Hiya! Welcome! A video today to show you a couple of new vinyl record album purchases. One of them is a mail opening because it is something I've just received within like the last 5 minutes. And the other thing was something that I got a couple of days ago. I've opened it, but I've not played it or even had a proper look at it. So we can look at that together. Very excited about that. And also very excited about this purchase. Only made yesterday from Amazon. It's just come within the last few minutes. I was having a bit of a search for a certain artist on Amazon, as I've been collecting a lot of his albums recently, and this one came up at $14.99. For a vinyl record, I think anything brand new around the £10-15 mark is always great value. So let us get into this. We don't need a slizzle or my trusty yellow knife. We can just pull this tab right here. Well, I can try anyway, without it sort of tearing apart in my hand. God, it's quite stiff, this. Ooh. Don't remember Amazon's packaging being this sturdy. I mean, it's alright, their packaging, but this pull-apart tab seems really strong. Unnecessarily so. But we've got it open. We have got... I can get it out. Too many double entendres today. We have got... Yes! Oh, wow. A 2-pack album, yet it's not credited to 2-pack. This is Machiavelli, which was an alias 2-pack was using shortly before his death in 1996. And this is his only Machiavelli album, Don Columinati, The 7-Day Theory. So, the story behind this album, I've never heard the whole of this album before. I think I've heard 2 or 3 of the singles off it. This came out on Death Row Records in late 1996, I believe. It came out only a couple of weeks after 2-pack was shot and killed in Las Vegas. Originally, Suge Knight, the head of Death Row Records, was going to release this, and 2-pack would have no doubt done promotion for it in early 97, but once 2-pack had passed away, he brought forward the release of this. I'm not entirely sure why it's credited to Machiavelli rather than 2-pack. It is a 2-pack album for all intents and purposes. Machiavelli was just an alias that 2-pack was keen to use around this point. But it is a proper 2-pack Shakur solo album. It's the first album released since his death. Like I said, this only came out I think 2 or 3 weeks after his death. Suge Knight rush released it. I'm very happy to get this. This is technically a reissue. As you can see, it's brand new and sealed. Looking at the copyright, this edition was out in 2001. For a new record, it's quite old. This is like 18 years old now. I think it's just 1 disc, looking at it. I won't bother taking the cellophane off or anything. There's not a lot to see. It's not a gatefold sleeve. And the vinyl itself isn't coloured or patterned or anything. It's just standard black. I don't even think it's 180 gram heavyweight vinyl, as I think back in 2001, 2002, when this edition came out, that was not really a thing, or if it was in very limited quantities. Unlike now, where you can get pretty much most re-releases and remasters coming on 180 gram heavyweight vinyl. Well, really happy to add this to my 2-pack collection. Not really an impulse purchase, because I would have wanted this at some point anyway, but just when I saw how good the price was, brand new on Amazon, I thought, no, I'll get this now. There is something else from Amazon that's a pre-order that I'm waiting for. Fans of 2-pack / Machiavelli will be interested in that one. I will of course show that in a future vinyl record video, so can't wait to listen to that. However, I do have one more record to show you, and I've not listened to it yet. I only got this 2 days ago, I think it was. I ordered it from Bandcamp. It was from a record label on Bandcamp that I have used before, not so long ago. Time Slave Recordings. They're a great Wales-based synthwave label. They sent an email out saying that one of the founders of Time Slaves was celebrating a birthday, and because of that they were giving everyone 15% off for Time Slave recording albums on vinyl, cassette, etc. on Bandcamp. So I thought, well, yeah, I'll take advantage of 15% off. They do so much great synthwave music. And I was browsing their roster for quite some time, deciding what to get. And in the end, I decided to get this. And I'm really happy with this purchase, and you'll see why very soon. This is an album, 2-disc, by Future Cop, not to be confused with Time Cop 1983, another Time Slaves roster member, although Time Cop 1983 does feature on one of these tracks. This album called Fairy Tales, really colourful sleeve. Not played it yet, it has come like this in one of these polythene sleeves that I like. Really nice quality one as well, so thank you to Time Slaves for that. Future Cop, I think, are a duo. I don't really know much else about them, but I listened to a bit of their music when I was browsing on Bandcamp the other week. This album was originally out, I believe, in 2014. This edition is like a Time Slaves re-release from 2018, but it looks so cool, the actual vinyl discs. I've not got these out to look at them properly, but I was just looking at pictures on the internet, and I thought, wow, 15% off for this, I need to have it. And the total price, this album, 2 discs, I think it cost me something like £11.90 something, and then another £3-4 in postage. So around £15 all in for this amazing set, and I'll show you why it's amazing. Look at this, these have got to be the coolest discs I own, certainly. So I think this is disc 1. Check these out. Wow, proper colourful picture discs. I mean, that looks absolutely awesome. You know me, anyone who's watched any of my recent vinyl videos will know that I'm a bit of a sucker for coloured vinyl, and I've not actually owned a picture disc before yet, I don't think. I'm trying to think if I've got one, and I don't think I have. So my first picture disc, and look how cool. Just absolutely unique. Apparently this album, in this format, on this picture disc double vinyl set, there's only 300 that have been pressed. As far as I'm aware, they're not intending to press it anymore, so if you would like to get your hands on this album, I suggest you go to Time Slaves over on Bandcamp and place an order as soon as possible, because once they're gone, they're gone. That's side A and side B. Now let's have a look at side C and D, as it's a 2-disc set. Oh wow, once again, absolutely vibrant. A word like vibrant to me is an understatement for a disc looking as cool as this. Just absolutely marvellous, just check it out. Without a doubt, the best actual record designs that I've got in my collection now. Just really unique and colourful and collectible. This is why I've got so much into not only collecting records again, but getting independent artists' work like Future Cop, and of course I've collected artists like Picture Plane and MRM on vinyl record recently. Once again, it's synthwave. I was very vaguely familiar with the artists before I bought this album, but seeing how cool these records actually looked, it was a no-brainer that 15% off any Time Slave album released, I was going to get this. I've got this and 2-pack, or should I say Machiavelli, with the 7-Day Theory to listen to. I don't know which one I'm going to listen to first, because I'm really excited to hear both of them. I've got some good listening for me this weekend. that is 2 records that I've bought. One I only bought yesterday and it came via Prime delivery from Amazon. That is, of course, Don Columinati, The 7-Day Theory by Tupac Shakur, aka Machiavelli. And a great indie purchase, an absolute bargain with the coolest records I've seen, Future Cop with Fairy Tales. Great couple of pickups, I'm sure you'll agree. Thank you everybody for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this latest vinyl record collection video. Thank you to all my subscribers and thank you to all of my amazing and generous patrons. I'm gonna go now and, well, I'm gonna spin one of these discs. Which one first? It doesn't really matter because I am gonna love them both, no doubt about it. Old school hip hop, new school synthwave. Lucky me. And I do hope that you will all join me again next time for my next record collecting video. Cheers everyone. See ya!